and welcome for behind the scenes. Today is actually Wednesday. Pretty busy day, pretty busy week here actually. Haven't got as much done as I wanted to on the shawl that I'm knitting. I don't even have that out here with me right now. It's actually in the house. I came out here because I need to select my, what day are we on? At least 3 things to rid myself of from my crafting space out here. I've really been doing pretty good in the house. I've definitely pulled more things than what is required, I guess you can say, of me for that day. So that's a win. Out here, I've pulled some stuff, but I need to be more involved out here. And I think that's hard because, you know, a lot of this stuff is stuff that I've accumulated over the years. And a lot of it's stuff from my childhood that I'm not considering as part of letting this stuff go. This whole Cozy Craft Declutter challenge for me is not about letting go of everything. It is just about creating some space of the stuff that does not bring me joy and the stuff that is not going to be utilized by me. So a lot of my quirky knickknacks and things that I've collected over the years is what makes me me in a way. Not entirely me, but it's a representation of me, or it's a representation of my childhood, and I'm not trying to let go of that. I'm talking more about maybe some of the stuff out here that I've picked up at the $5 Target spot or at Dollar Tree, and just crafting books in general that don't have meaning. And I think that's where, you know, we have to be careful with this kind of stuff. We like to hold on to things, but it's the things that don't have meaning that we're just letting it take up space. And it's taking up valuable real estate in our physical life and the things that we see, and our mental life, and it's not serving us. It's not serving us a purpose. It's not serving us mentally and physically. And so there's no reason to hold on to that. And that's the stuff that I am letting go of. What about you?
Swear I won't forget this. Why do I regret this? In my mind reckless, thoughts are feeling endless. Sitting up, I'm breathless, anxiety's infectious. I feel so defenseless, betrayed and embarrassed. I hate being open, I hate being broken.
Like a little confessional kind of thing, and show you some of the things that I do hold on to that I know I really don't need to. Like I have 2 of these. These are air plant vases. I do love my air plants. They're actually really easy to take care of. You just soak them for about 30 minutes once a week, just like this, in water. Let the water go all the way up to the root tip. Let it soak. Take them out, shake them off, and lay them on a paper towel for about 15-20 minutes, and they're good to go. That's exactly how you care for them. And they will live for years and continue to grow. And they're really good because they do pull things out of the air. And so I have this thing that I think I got at a Dollar Tree. And it's cute. It's a llama. It fits with the theme of my shed. But I have so much of this kind of stuff around here. And it takes up space. It makes things look so cluttered you can't see the things that I really care about. I mean, it's cute, but do I really care about a Dollar Tree, whatever this is? No, not really. I may put this in the outside section and maybe put it on my porch and put like a plant in it there. I think it'll fit like a small vase, but here it'll dry out so fast. So I'm actually gonna just get rid of this. It's gonna go in my toss and it'll go out to be donated. But I am gonna keep this one because this one's wood. This one has more of how I like to collect things. I like things that have, what's the word I'm looking for? A natural appeal to them. I like things that are woodsy, and I like things that kind of reflect that homemade style and aesthetic, I guess. And he was bought for me by my husband with said air plant. Now, when you buy these, the air plants come glued in. So you have to get a hairdryer and loosen the glue because you can't water them properly. And if you just pull them out, you're going to kill your air plant. But I was able to get him out. And so he's going to live in that. And even though he has a scarf on, I feel like because he was a gift from my husband and because he's cute, he can just continue to hold my little air plant and live somewhere and get rid of the other one. That's the kind of choices and the things that I am doing for this challenge. I have started going through the stuff in the closet, and that is my main focus for this month in this challenge because it's packed and it's a hot mess. That and the cart and the stuff under my desk. Everything else is pretty good. You know, I mean, I do have the little things here and there, but for the most part, there's stuff that has meaning for me, and so I don't want to get rid of that. But in there, it is a dark, scary place. But I pulled out some things to show you. So this is a book that was gifted to me, and it is a quilt book. I've only done some hand quilting, but my grandmother used to quilt. And the lady that gave this to me left a bunch of notes in here. And it has all these quilt patterns, which I think is amazing. And I may one day want to quilt. So I'm not going to there's also a ton of her notes. As you can just see, they just fell out everywhere. Please hold. So there's also a lot of notes in here that I think is pretty special. This is the It's Okay If You Still Don't Sit on My Quilt book, by the way. But I'm probably going to keep this one book. It's not a lot, and it will continue to live on my fabric bookcase. However, I also have this book, Sewing Machine Secrets. And this book has got some information in it, but this is also information that I can find online. Like it's just a video away. I only paid 99 cents for this at Ollie's, which is great, but I don't need that. So that's something out of my shed. And then there's Innovative Sewing. You can see by the look of this book, this thing is quite old. And there was also, I was probably hanging on to this for nostalgia, but I mean, I'm not going to be making that outfit. So I could probably let this one go. This originally cost $15.99 in the USA. Oh wait, you know it's old when it has like toilet bowl seat cover kind of things going on. So this is going to be another one. Although it does have, you know, some really cutesy illustrations, I'm probably going to let this one go. Yeah, I mean, it's got some vintage appeal for real, but I don't need it and I can let it go. Things that I found today. I bought these lights from Aldi. These 2 tins, actually 3 tins. That one I'll probably give to my mom so she can use it. All this stuff can go. Good morning. It is 8 a.m. here in Alabama, and it's going to be a wonderful, somewhat fall day. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning because I had to open up the gate for my father-in-law because they're coming to work on his air conditioner. And no one else likes to get up early. So I volunteered as tribute to get up and do that. Although we did not get home last night till about probably 11. We had Wednesday night service, but we had a D Now rally, and it was a lot of fun. But then we went out to eat at Waffle House with some of the other leaders. There's a Canadian geese flying over me. I hope it doesn't poop on me. But this is what I have so far of my shawl. Not a lot happening there. I am on the first chart, and there's some slip stitches going on there. But this yarn is so pretty, and I am so much in love with it. So much in love with it. It's a fingering weight yarn. It is the collage yarns. and it is called Deathly Hallows, and it's a Harry Potter reference. And then I'm using some Lantern Moon Ebony Wood needles in a 7, and then I have some cute little ghost needle stoppers on them. And then this is living in a Harry Potter bag from Chicken Boots. This is an older Chicken Boots bag. I hate that they're no longer making bags. I love their stuff. But when this one was made, I also got the matching Notions pouch that has the badger on it, and this is Hufflepuff because I am Hufflepuff. So unfortunately, the neighbors decided it was time to cut grass. So that kind of cut my knitting time outside short. So I thought we'd come inside, and since I'm already out here, I might as well go ahead and pull my at least 5 things to, wait, this is not the 5th. Is this the 5th? At least 4 things, because today is September the 4th. Today is Thursday, that I am going to let go of and clean out of my mental and physical space. This is an area that you do not see often. This is the closet. But like standing right here, I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see. This is where we're going to start today. And this is like my little pegboard. So this is about a 2-foot section on this wall, and I utilize these pegboards that I got. I think I got these from Aldi's. My camera twisted back. I have a tote out in the barn that has outdoor stuff in it, and my husband told me yesterday, he was like, hey, maybe we can get your porch built at the middle of the fall. So I'm gonna put this stuff out there, so it's already out there for that stuff. This thing though, I'm gonna donate. I'm going to donate to the church because they can use it in one of the camps. So I'm just going to pull this stuff out and set it aside. This needs to go inside on my current cart. I don't know where this came from, but I have an idea for that. I want to hang on to that. There's something I want to do with that. I always like to have zip ties out here. These are garden mosquito sticks, citronella sticks. They're going to stay out here so that way I can access them when I get my porch. But like these things like this, these are needle cases where I bought needle sets, and I don't keep my needles in these. I need to think. I'm gonna pull this stuff because I may destash some of these. I don't know. I'm gonna set these aside. A very quick audit of this area, and it already looks so much better, so less cluttered, and I feel so much better about it. So I'm excited to let that stuff go. Show y'all my car. So today's drop-off day. I have a Palisade, and as you can see, it is completely full. 183 things out of my car to go up in the consignment cell. Hey, Milo. Hi, Milo. Milo. Where you going? Milo. Good boy. Come here.